Hello. I am coming to you straight from class. Well, I did stop by and have me a little snack on my way home. I did want to go ahead while this is fresh on my mind and talk to you just a little bit more about the what we learned or what I learned by taking the personality style questionnaire that we did in class tonight. I found out, and I showed you guys on the screen as I finished mine, that my personality style, the initials is INFJ, and I know the I stands for introvert. I'm going to have to look up the letters, but we're going to have to talk more about this in general. But the main thing I wanted to talk about is what I found out, and I had my results emailed to me, so I hope you were able to do the same thing. I did find out that my personality type is rare, which is kind of surprising, making up less than 1% of the population, but nonetheless, they leave their mark on the world. They have, and of course it's talking about my personality style, an inborn sense of idealism and morality. But what sets them apart is the accompanying judging trait. INFJs are not idle dreamers, but people capable of taking concrete steps to realize their goals and make a lasting impact. I have been told that I am a goal setter. INFJs tend to see helping others as their purpose in life, which there again, I grew up to be a teacher, so I guess that's one way of helping others. But while people with this personality type can be found engaging, rescue efforts, and doing charity work, they can be found doing those things, their real passion is to get to the heart of the issue so that people not really need to be rescued at all. They are more quieter than the extrovert types. They need time alone to decompress and recharge and to not become too alarmed when they suddenly withdraw. They take great care of others, especially others' feelings, and they expect the favor to be returned. Another thing that I went on, there's a whole lot of information that I gained from this. Strengths. I specifically wanted to look at the strengths and weaknesses. It says creative, insightful, inspiring and convincing, decisive, determined and passionate, altruistic, sensitive, extremely private, perfectionistic, which can be a downfall, always need to have a cause, and can burn out easily. And I have found that burning out easily is something that's happened to me several times in my adult life. So that we're going to revisit hopefully more later about learning styles specifically and personality styles, specifically the parts where how we can adapt what we know about our learning style and our personality styles, how we can adapt what we know about ourselves and make that work with people who we work with, people we are in relationships with, but specifically in this setting, we are trying to think of ways that you all can use what you know about your learning styles, personality styles, to help you adapt to instructors who have different teaching styles, which typically they teach to others the way they learn by their learning style. How you can adapt to those instructors that teach different from the way that you learn, or that their personalities are different from yours. And like I said, there's not a lot of information in our book specifically, strategies for how we can adapt, but I hope to revisit that. But there again, time seems to be a factor with us in this course, especially during the summer semester. Moving on to Chapter 4. Chapter 4's title is Getting the Most Out of Class. And basically, for the most part, it is divided into 3 main sections, which are before class, during class, and after class. You guys have heard me talk about course competencies and essential questions. Our competency this time has to do with note-taking strategies, and the essential question is, what are some note-taking methods, and can you demonstrate effective note-taking methods? Now, our textbook only talks about, well, 4. It says Cornell format, which is the method that we are going to be doing this week in our assignment in Angel. It's the best-known method for organizing. It's called Cornell, C-O-R-N-E-L-L, format. Another note-taking format is just, creating an outline, creating paragraphs, or simply making a list. We are going to practice, like I said, using the Cornell format for note-taking. And I'm going to share a video with you. It's not me. I'm sure you're glad to know that. It is another person, another instructor that talks about how to use or how to create notes using the Cornell format method. And I'm going to be instructing you on how to do that with the notes that I gave you, or actually the reading packet that I gave you about the American Revolution. And not only is it about that period in history, there's a little bit of information before the Revolutionary War, and then there's some things that happened after. So I thought perhaps taking notes on that content might be a little bit more interesting than trying to take notes on the topic that's in our book. Hopefully we'll find that out to be true. All right, engaging before class. Students that are fully engaged or involved in their college experience and spend time and energy necessary to learn. Basically, the more engaged you are in college, the more involved you are in your whole college experience, the more energy you are going to spend on learning. It talks about active learning through participation in the learning process. As you participate, you work with others. It helps you to improve your thinking, listening, writing, and speaking skills. And it helps you to function independently and to teach yourself. At the beginning of class, once again, managing time is important. Managing the time that you spend preparing for class. In this particular class, the main thing I hope that you do before you come to the live face-to-face class is read the material in the chapter and go over or watch the PowerPoint that is there in that link. You are sensitive to the cultural differences in the world around you. That is something you need to think about as you engage in class. Follow the course syllabus very carefully, and I did, after you guys left tonight, I ran that off again, and I will give you a better copy where you won't have to flip back and forth and figure out what page you're supposed to be on. That is something I recommend that you put in a 3-ring binder and keep it there, because you need to refer to it and as we continue to go throughout the class. The last page in the syllabus is a schedule, and hopefully we'll stay on track. That tells you what we're going to cover, what content we're going to cover each week. In addition, you need to manage any additional materials that are provided by me. I gave you a lot tonight, a lot of handouts. I will try to help you with labeling them as far as what chapter. Um, Always make sure you put your name on things that you turn in particular. But it's very important as you prepare beforehand, before coming to class, that you have things organized and that you bring these things to class, your book, your textbook, the binder, notebook that you keep your things in. And I really haven't had you take notes other than what we're going to do tonight, but from time to time there will be places where you can write down things. A lot of times I'll give you a PowerPoint that has a space, a copy of a PowerPoint that has space for you to write down notes. As you are in class, during class time, participate, listen actively with an open mind. Listen to the main ideas and the main concepts. Repeat mentally. That's not something you're going to actually do out loud. You're going to be repeating it mentally in your mind. Kind of chew on it a little bit, I've heard people say. Decide if what you heard is important. Take effective notes. And like I said, we haven't done a lot of note-taking so far, but anything that you write down, like sometimes I even write in the margin of a textbook, but maybe it's a worksheet that I give you or a handout. You can take notes on that, or actually take notes on a piece of notebook paper. You need to be able to sort, organize, and categorize what you are hearing. That's something that's going to actually take place up here in your brain. You're going to sort through. This is all churning up here, during class. Speak up. It's very important that you speak up. Raise your hand if you don't understand something. Since we're a small group, most of the time I can tell if just by the look on your face that you might not understand something, but do let me know. Ask questions, please. I want you guys to ask questions. You can email me. I've tried to set up a discussion forum and give you a place to ask questions there, and haven't had you guys respond too well to that. I know you all are talking about how busy you are, but do not hesitate to ask questions. Okay, I'm going to stop here and come back with another YouTube part 2 to talk more about the assignment and how to take effective notes using the Cornell note-taking method.